Hello students, today we're going to be talking about perimeter and area. Area and perimeter you've definitely heard of from ascending school. So a lot of the calculations are the same as what you would do in ascending school. Except for the one thing is that perimeter sometimes in construction is referred to as lineal feet. So when you hear the word perimeter and the word lineal feet, then you should be assuming that those are the same thing. Perimeter is a one-dimensional because it's the measure of length. For instance, the amount of metal railing that you need for a deck goes around to the outside. Lane stripping or trim of a window or baseboard. Area is a two-dimensional because it measures a region in square feet or square meters or square inches. Determine the amount of paint for a wall or carpet or shingles. You would need to do area for all of those. So, getting into an example, we're going to go through a couple examples today. The first example here says that we're going to cast this to calculate the lineal feet. Remember, when we see lineal feet, we want to think perimeter. A fascia necessary to surround the shed roof. So this is our shed, and if we were going to find the lineal feet, we want to find the distance around the shed. There's actually a couple different ways that you can find it, but simply if you just add all of the measurements together, we go 38 feet, we go 74 feet, and we're going around the other side, and then the other side. See our picture? So if we add all those together, we add 38, we get 224 lineal feet. So we would need 224 feet of fascia to go around that shed roof. So the next thing we have to do is calculate the number of 4x8 sheets of plywood that we would need to cover the whole shed. So to do that, we need to know two things. We need to know that a 4x8 sheet of plywood is 32 square feet. And then what we're going to calculate on our roof is to find this area, we would take 38 times 74. So our roof, we would take 38 feet times 74 feet to get the square footage of the roof. I get 2,812 square feet that we're going to have to cover with these 8x4 feet pieces of plywood. So we would take our area and divide it by 32 because each sheet covers 32 square feet. And I get 87.875, which for estimation purposes, we would always round up for our estimation, and we would need 88 sheets of plywood to cover that. Okay, so we found perimeter and we found area. Our next question that we're going to go over today is this one. And I did remove a little bit of this problem because I want to focus on just finding the lineal feet and the perimeter. So this room, we're going to be covering it in base molding. So we need to find the perimeter of the room. The room is the shaded region here. So what we would have to do, this is showing that this length right there is 6 feet, and this length over there is 8 feet. and so on with these other dimensions. So sometimes you have to look outside of the drawing to find all of the information that you need. So to find our perimeter, we're going to add up all of those different measurements. So if we add, we go 6, 8, this is number 1 here. We're going to add 14, 5, 12. I'm just walking myself around that room. 9, 5, 8. I think I got all of them. So if we add all of those together, we get 92 feet. So we would need 92 feet of base molding to go the whole way around to that room. Our next question says here, calculate the area of the floor. Now, what we could do with this problem is we could break this up into different rectangles and try to find the area that way. But an easy way is to find the area of a rectangle that would cover all of it and then remove these pieces. So a rectangle that would cover all of it, we take 9 plus 16, that's 25 feet wide. And if we take 12 and 9 and add that together, that would be 21 feet. So if we had a giant rectangle that was 25 by 21, the area would be 25 times 21. The area would be 525 feet squared. But we have these little pesky corner pieces that we're going to remove. So this piece is a 5 by 9. So 5 times 9 is 45. This one up here in the top left was a 6 by 8. 6 by 8. That would be 48. And then the one in the upper right hand corner was a 5 by 12. This would be 60. And we're going to subtract all of those from our original area. So we're going to subtract 525 minus 45 minus 48 minus 60. So we would need, or the area of that floor is 327, or 72, sorry, square feet. Okay. Alright, I'd like to do one more with you. I'm going to skip one on this video because I want you to experience this circle, maybe a circular window. It says calculate the area of the glass and the circumference of the outer edge of the trim around the circular window. So for the glass, we're talking about this space inside of here, okay? And this is a circle. So our formula is, for a circle, pi r squared. And for the inside of this, do you see where this says die 26 inches? That means that the whole way across from the glass, the inside, is 26 inches. That's called the diameter. For our formula here, we just need the radius, which is from the center to the outside. Our radius is 13 inches. So if we put pi times 13 squared on our calculator here, our pi button, let me clear this out here, our pi button is right here. So pi times 13, and the squared key is right down there. So 530.9 square inches for that window. 530.9 inches squared is the area of that inside window. We're also asked to find the circumference of the outer edge. So our formula for circumference is 2 times pi times r, 2 pi r. So our outer circle here, that's what we're asking to find, that says diameter. Diameter would be the whole way across from the outside to the outside. That's not what we want. We want the radius. So we want half of that. So from the center to the outside circle is 15 inches. So we go 2 times pi times 15 inches. 2 pi times 15 is 94.2. And this is just going to be inches because it's just a distance around. If we take that circle and like open it up and bend it out flat, that circumference would be a straight line if we bent it out flat. So our units would just be inches on there. So if we were putting a molding around this window, we would need 94.2 inches of it. Okay, so in the coming days, we're going to be working on these next questions in class. And if you are not here in the coming days, then there will be a separate Google assignment for those questions. All right, if you have any questions, you can always email me or call me. My email address is cjones@ictc.edu. I'm also going to attach to the Google Classroom assignment this chart that has all the areas and the circumference things and perimeter equations to it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.